No matter who you are, no matter where you go in your life, at some point you're gonna need somebody to stand by you. Oh yeah, oh my darling, stand by me.
You know, I just think about Catholic Charities because on their website and their information they have providing help, creating hope, and that's what Catholic Charities does.
And he would put my brothers in a closet. And I would tell my mom, you know, we need some help. And her friends told her about Catholic Charities, and they told her that if he was beating her, we could be helped. And we went over there. They helped us pay our bills, and then after they helped us to get our working permits, I started working in a Burger King, and my mom went to school because she didn't speak English very much.
I was about 14 when I had my first daughter, and I didn't know no better. And I went through some things, and bad things had happened, and things got worse, and I was homeless. And a lady happened to pass by me, and we ended up meeting, and she told me, you know, you really need to talk to this lady, Joanne, at Catholic Charities. She might be able to help you. So I went down there and sat there, and I met the lady in the office, Ida. And she talked to me a little bit and got to know me, and Joanne came out and pretty much told her my situation, and she kind of stood by me and helped me out. So she helped me get into an apartment of my own. She helped me put food in the house. You know, that time I was trying to do something. Kind of gave me the encouragement that I didn't have to be a nobody. I could be a somebody, and I could be a good mom.
I think the biggest thing about Catholic Charities is they're willing and want to help anybody in need, regardless of what that need is. And if they can't do it, they will find somebody who can provide the help, which is just fantastic.
I lost my job over 18 months ago, and I've been interviewing and doing everything I can to find a position. It's been very difficult. On top of it, my 20-year-old is a drug addict, and that became a big problem. We were in Redlands Community Hospital for a suicide attempt and a seizure in April of last year. And all of those just totally drug down all my finances. And trying to maintain on unemployment has been very difficult. So I had a big moral dilemma. The family really didn't want the 20-year-old around because of his habit. For 3 years, I've been battling with my family because everybody says, kick him out, let him make his own way, which they all have to do eventually. They have to come out of the nest. But I didn't see kicking him out and having him live on the streets as a positive thing for him to battle his addiction. I felt that if he was home where he had people that loved him and supported him, that there would be a better chance through counseling to possibly get him into rehab. And eventually my son decided to move out on his own, so that worked out. But it still left us financially kind of rift. So that Bill actually called Beverly at Catholic Charities for me and explained that, you know, I was a month and a half behind on the rent, and we could really use the help.
I'm part of what's called a Circle of Friends at Catholic Charities, and they do wonderful works for those who are in need.
We came down here to Catholic Charities and said, well, here we are. We're getting deported and all this kind of great stuff. And that's where we met Mihan Liu. and made a friendship for a lifetime there.
For myself, it was actually an unforeseen situation where first I was on 2 incomes, and then something unforeseen happened, and I got reduced down to 1 income. And for myself, it was kind of hard because I used to be a donor for Catholic Charities. So I knew a lot about Catholic Charities, and now here I was now on the recipient end, having to go now and to receive from them. So for myself, it was really hard trying to save my home, trying to keep the bills going, and here you're a single parent trying to do all of these things while taking that journey to ask for that help and knowing I can't lose this house because the house had sentimental value to me. It was given to me from my father, who he passed away. So I explained that to Joanne, that I needed to keep my house. I gotta keep this house because my dad gave this to me, and this was all that I had that reminds me of him. She explained to me the process, what would happen, with how long it would take for foreclosure, all of these things, and then she assured me that Catholic Charities would do all they could do so that I didn't get to that point. And I told her, okay, thank you. When I left the office that day, I felt so like a burden was lifted off of me. It was like that rock was taken off, because at that moment, all I kept thinking was, oh my God, I'm losing my house. Oh my God, I'm losing I've never been in a situation like this before.
Things are just much, much harder than they were before. Not the usual people that we normally would see in Catholic Charities over the years. We've had an increase of new clients.